smack in the middle of a packed-to-capacity airplane.
And if not having any elbow room isn't enough incentive for you to get down early, I think you're hopeless. There is some good news, though, Catherine and Gretchen. It is not as crowded and congested as it was expected to be. Still, don't let that lull you into a false sense of security. Airport officials say get down here 2 hours in advance. Reporting live from LAX, Jennifer Sabi, CBS 2 News.
Good advice, Jennifer. Thank you. And now some survival tactics if you are flying this weekend. Number one, get to the airport early. Officials say arrive at the airport 2 hours before departure for domestic flights and 3 hours before international flights. Also, you can get away from parking problems by using lots B and lots C and by using the shuttles.
Now we want to update you on some breaking news in Huntington Beach, where an exchange of gunfire has left a police officer wounded and a suspect dead. You were looking at a strip mall at the intersection of Bouchard Street and Hamilton Avenue. Around 3:30 this afternoon, police responded to a 911 call at the Green Tree Beauty Salon in that mini mall. We don't know what prompted the gunfire yet. Early word is that the officer was wounded in the arm. We'll have updates as they become available. Now to Los Feliz, where a man has been arrested for painting messages of hate on a Jewish synagogue, and police say he may be responsible for similar crimes. Sophia Choi is live in nearby Atwater Village with that story. Sophia?
Gretchen, police say they're sure they have the right man. They found evidence inside his home just blocks away from the crime scene.
This is the man police arrested, 33-year-old Bruce Marshall. Police say someone who knew him and saw him spray paint this message of hate at this Jewish synagogue just days after the Jewish Community Center shooting turned him in.
I'm happy. I feel we have the right person in custody. We won't tolerate that type of crime in the city, and we will investigate to the fullest extent.
Police say hate crimes like this is a felony in California, and Marshall could face up to 5 years in prison if convicted.
Police believe Marshall may have also vandalized a nearby Wendy's restaurant. They think he might be part of an organized hate group, but they're not sure. They haven't confirmed that just yet. Right now, he's in jail waiting for his arraignment this Tuesday. Reporting live, I'm Sophia Choi, CBS 2 News.
Thanks, Sophia. There's been a major break in the murder case of a Studio City man. As Mary Grady reports, police now have a suspect and a possible motive for that crime.
He walks out of the North Hollywood police station, a jacket over his head. 33-year-old Marcus Sarton, the man accused of brutally murdering a wealthy Studio City man. It was a maid who found 41-year-old Mitchell Stanman inside his apartment yesterday. Police say he was tied up, gagged, had been stabbed to death, the apartment ransacked, his silver Porsche stolen. But there's no evidence anyone broke in.
We do know that the victim and the suspect knew each other.
He was somebody you cared about, obviously.
Right.
Jules Lair knew Stanman for 30 years.
Mitch was fun. Great to be with, had a lot of class, loved to go out to great restaurants, loved to travel, everything positive.
Some who knew Stanman say that he recently inherited quite a bit of money from his parents' estate, that he wore a $25,000 watch and he liked to show off his wealth.
Mitch didn't need to flash money. It wasn't his style.
Lair says Stanman did keep thousands of dollars in cash in his apartment.
It was some scumbag just took advantage of him, and shouldn't have happened.
Early this morning, homicide detectives following a lead found the Porsche and Sarton. He's now been booked for murder. In North Hollywood, I'm Mary Grady, CBS 2 News.
A federal arson investigator believes the two San Jacinto fires set last week may be the work of an insider. A special agent for the U.S. Forest Service in San Bernardino says there are similarities in the way these two fires were set. Psychological profiles of certain arsonists led investigators to the same conclusion. They have identified a suspect they believe may be responsible for 15 to 20 forest fires over the past 5 years. An update now on the California firestorms. The Willow Fire in the San Bernardino National Forest is 50% contained this hour. Cooler temperatures and higher humidity helped fire crews on the ground. Those crews also held a 5-mile fire line overnight. So far, nearly 3,000 firefighters have contributed to this effort. The Willow Fire is the biggest to hit San Bernardino County in nearly 50 years. Well, here is some good news for you sun worshipers out there. Huntington Beach is completely open just in time for the Labor Day weekend. Orange County health officials reopened the last stretch of sand, 4,000 feet of shoreline near Huntington Beach today. The area is north of Brookhurst Street and the Santa Ana River. Various stretches of that beach had been closed due to high levels of bacteria in the water.
Auto racers are revving up their engines for the 3rd annual LA Street Race, the race that's fast becoming a Labor Day weekend tradition. Our Linda Breakstone is here to get us geared up for that event. And Linda, it looks like you raided your husband's closet.
How'd you know that?
Looks familiar.
Okay. Well, 3 days of racing, NASCAR, Indy cars, and ultra-wheel spec trucks. 7 million pounds of concrete brought in to make it all work, and today was Media Day.
The inaugural lap of the 3rd annual LA Street Race.
Okay, let's go.
The streets around the Coliseum and sports arena have been transformed into a professional racing venue, a 1-mile, 8-turn course.
That was a blast.
But these guys are serious. Take the father-son competitors, Jim and Nathan Schwartzbaugh.
He was the second 300s behind me, so it was within striking distance, and I was very shocked. Did I? He wasn't in a position to go by me. Would I? If he earned it, yes. Now he's getting a little bit cocky. If you look on the tail side of the truck here, he has a little message on there that says, "Hi, Dad."
He was trying to pass you, and you were ahead of him. Would you let him by?
Yes.
You would? Why?
Because he's my dad, and if I didn't, he'd probably do something to get by me anyways and make me look stupid.
This is 24-year-old Tara Beatty's first NASCAR street race, but she's lived through a lot of road races.
One car T-boned another. Everyone went flying around it. I went around to the outside, went off in the dirt, ended up hitting a dirt berm, did a lot less damage than I would have if I'd hit a car.
Local boy Kevin Corso of the San Fernando Valley will be driving an Indy car sponsored by the Biltmore Hotel. He showed me how it works.
How many miles an hour?
This car is capable of about 240 plus miles an hour.
And dangerous on an oval?
Can be, yeah.
And I tried to show him.
Okay, Kevin, you want to trade places?
This is Kevin Corso, CBS 2 News. Is that what I say?
Very good. More than 100,000 racing fans came last year. Practice and qualifying begins tomorrow morning. The big IndyCar race is Sunday, followed Monday with the only NASCAR street race run on city streets. Back to you guys.
We're glad you're back safe and sound. Thank you, Linda. Now checking the CBS 2 News rundown, here's what's coming up at 5:17. Some safety tips you need to know before your holiday barbecue. Consumer Reports has grilling tips, and Steve Rambo is up at 5:22 with the Labor Day weekend forecast.
Also coming up, the international plan to name the tiny panda born in Southern California.
Hi friends, Bob Barker here to tell you The Price is Right is on the move. Soon you can catch us at a new time, 3 o'clock weekday afternoons on CBS 2. It's the same show filled with all the fun and excitement of your favorite games, Rod, Barker's Beauties, and our fantastic studio audience will all be here at 3. Time is right. The price is right. So come on down.
Weekdays at 3 starting September 13th, followed by the all-new Women to Women News at 4.
Another CBS 2 Eye on Health, featuring Dr. Harlan Gibbs.
Prostate cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death for men in this country. If you're over 40 with a family history of prostate cancer, if you have difficulty with urination or see blood in your urine, or if you are having nagging hip or back pain, see your doctor for an exam and simple blood test that could save your life.
CBS 2's Eye on Health, brought to you by Save On. Count on people who care.
It's Piano Factory Outlet's parking lot sale, the last great parking lot sale of the century. New and used spinets, consoles, studios, uprights, baby grands, concert grands, digitals, players, and organs. This Saturday and Sunday in Burbank and Tustin. There's a 6-month price protection on everything you buy, and everything is offered at prices never to be repeated again. Piano Factory Outlet's parking lot sale. Look for the pianos in the parking lot under the tent. But hurry, these prices will not be repeated again.
Those are Simmons factory trucks, and they are full of great beds and mattresses priced unbelievably low. And they're headed to your nearby Simmons Beauty Rest Mattress Gallery. Why? Well, to save you money. We bought by the truckload. We saved, and so will you. Even we can't believe these prices, but when the trucks are empty, the sale is over. Simmons Beauty Rest Mattress Galleries. Hey, nobody sells beauty rest for less. Nobody. Simmons Beauty Rest Mattress Gallery.
The Ross clearance is on now. Better hurry.
A CBS 2 News update now. A big decision in favor of Big Tobacco. For that and more, we turn now to Drew Griffin live in the control center. Drew?
Catherine, Big Tobacco has just won a major victory in court. It happened in Florida, where a Florida appeals court rules that damage claims in a landmark smoking case must be considered one smoker at a time, not all together. That means there won't be a single multi-billion-dollar verdict against the tobacco industry. The ruling is part of that class action lawsuit on behalf of 500,000 Florida smokers. 19 children and 2 teachers are hospitalized this evening after being exposed to a strange smell at Hillcrest Elementary School in the Crenshaw district. Hazmat crews have been trying to identify the source of that odor. The students and teachers became nauseated. Some suffered bloody noses after the smell filled one of the bungalow classrooms on the school campus. That's it for the control center. Back to you, Gretchen.
Thank you, Drew. Well, San Diego Zoo officials don't know the sex of their baby panda yet, but they are ready to name it already. If all goes as planned, the little cub, you can barely see him here with his mother, will be called Tianyi. It's a unisex name, which means gift of heaven. And since the pandas are on loan from China, the name must be approved by officials there first.
Well, some big changes are coming to our afternoon lineup. In fact, the biggest in a decade. Beginning September 13th, The Price is Right moves to 3 p.m. and CBS 2 News is expanding. Our newscasts will now begin at 4 p.m., followed by an hour of news at 5, then a half hour at 6. You'll be able to see the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather every night at 6:30. Exciting changes. We hope you will join us for.
We can't wait. Coming up on CBS 2 News at 5, the barbecue could be pretty grungy after a summer of cookouts. At 5:17, Consumer Reports shows you how to clean the grill safely for this holiday weekend.
Peter Pan's make-believe tropical isle comes to life at the new Neverland Pool at the Disneyland Hotel. You can win a 2-day family getaway to experience the new 5,000-square-foot Neverland Pool with overnight accommodations at the Disneyland Hotel and passports to Disneyland Park. Just send a postcard to CBS 2's Neverland Pool Sweepstakes, 6121 Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood 90028, or enter to win online at channel2000.com. To book your own Neverland Pool vacation package, call 714-956-MICKEY.
Looked inside your phone lately? It's filled with GTE services that can make your phone do things it's never done before, like call waiting, call forwarding, voicemail, call block, and caller ID. Now get any of these and more for just 99 cents a piece. Call GTE and get more out of your phone today. One question: how do they get it all in there?
Call 1-877-483-6500 and take a look at us now. 99-cent offer ends soon.
Something very refreshing is going on at your California Lincoln Mercury dealer. It's our No Sweat Labor Day event. We're closing out the 99s, so you get 12 short days of 0.9% APR limited term financing and no first month's payment on every new Mercury in stock. That means sizzling savings on Cougar, Mountaineer, Sable, Villager, even on Grand Marquis. We're dealing on everything during our No Sweat Labor Day event. It's very cool, so hurry to your California Lincoln Mercury dealer before Labor Day.
Need a new TV?
Hot and sticky conditions in the Southwest?
Stop by Ward's Labor Day sale, where all televisions are on sale. Plus, ask for no payments and no interest until March 2000 on electronics, appliances, and furniture. All furniture and mattresses are on sale, too. And take an extra 10% off all appliances and tires, even on sale prices. Ward's Labor Day sale, Friday through Monday only. You can't shop smarter than Ward's.
He's got the truck.
He's here. He's here.
He's got the shirt.
Oh, it's time. It's time.
He's got the shorts. The King of Queens has got it all. And when it comes to comedy, baby, he really delivers.
Hey, big boy. Nice package.
Oh, God. Kevin James stars in The King of Queens, CBS Monday.
The FBI is investigating a break-in at an Orange County business that reportedly used dogs for lab testing. Details in today's OCN report.
Here's what's making news in Orange County today. An animal rights group says it recently liberated 46 dogs from a business in the city of Orange. The Animal Liberation Front says the dogs at Bio Devices were being used for testing. Local police say the FBI has been called in to investigate the incident. One of the victims in this week's Garden Grove store shooting is back at home. Eddie Kim was looking at stereo equipment at Robotech Automotive when an armed man walked in and started firing. Kim was hit in the back. And Orange County Sheriff's deputies are making good on their promise to ticket helmetless skaters at Mission Viejo's new skate park. They've issued more than 30 tickets in a little over a week. And those are some of the stories making news in Orange County today. I'm Brooke Robbins.
And now we want to tell you about something new coming to CBS 2 News. It's Bogey's Corner. Here's our consumer tough guy, and in just one day with us, he's already solving some viewer problems. His reports begin September 13th, and he wants to hear from you, so we'd like to introduce you to Mike Boguslawski, better known as Bogey.
And don't you dare get scared of me, young lady.
I'm not scared of you.
I
you
know.
startled me a couple of times,
Oh, that's
but I'm fine.
okay.
Don't worry
You
about
wait. You know what? You're sitting home now. You purchased a kitchen chopper. Now, what's a chopper? Use it in the kitchen. The boop, 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 boop. And you buy it. You get a recall by the Black & Decker people. And guess what? They don't know what they're talking about. Watch this clip, and I'll be right back.
I tried reaching them. I wrote to them, never got an answer.
I wrote Black & Decker in Shelton, Connecticut. Here's what happened next.
I got a phone call from them.
Right. Saying what?
Saying that we're sorry that they didn't answer my letter and something happened, and that I was entitled to my toaster, my chopper.
Chopper.
And I was entitled to another gift. What did I want?
You know what makes me happy about this story? Martha got what she was entitled to, nothing more and yet nothing less. I'm happy to help Martha. Listen, you're sitting there now, you have a consumer complaint. Don't complain to anybody but me. Write me. Bogey's Corner, care of K, CBS TV, 6121. Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90028. I've been telling you, I can't resolve your complaint unless you write to me. And remember, I'm Mike Boguslawski, and I'm in your corner.
Thank
goodness.
I
didn't even flinch that time, Bogey. No. All right, thanks a lot. Well, a Labor Day barbecue is a standard this weekend, but Consumer Report says first there are some safety checks you should do before you fire up that grill. Here's Tricia Toyota.
Consumer Reports has an important safety check for every gas grill owner. Every spring, Chris Mildner gets his barbecue ready for a summer of outdoor cooking. He maintains it so that he can avoid problems like gas leaks. In fact, last summer, he found one.
Had I gone and turned the igniter on at that point, there could have been a very dangerous situation. I could have set the grill, the entire grill itself on fire.
Consumer Reports' Angela Menino says it's a good idea to maintain your grill to avoid these hazards. He has a safety checklist for you to follow every spring, and the first thing on it is to check for gas leaks.
A leak can be very dangerous, and they occur primarily where the tank and the grill hose line connect together.
To check for one, buy what's called a leak testing solution at the hardware store. Connect the tank and wipe the solution on the gas hose, the clamps, and the connections. Next, make sure the controls are off, then open up the gas tank valve. One word of caution, don't do this and smoke.
And if there was a leak, this would bubble and would continue to bubble as it were foaming.
Next on the list, clean the tubes. The tubes lead to the burners.
Insects, especially spiders, like to nest in these tubes. And if that happens, it can clog them, causing gas to back up and possibly start a fire beneath the grill.
Look for a long brush, especially made to clean the tubes. And last on the checklist, clean the burner ports. Use a toothbrush to clear the holes of any greasy buildup. Blocked holes mean you won't get an evenly distributed flame. That's important if you, like Chris, want your burgers to be cooked evenly. Another tip from Consumer Reports testers, every gas grill comes with a manual with instructions for taking it apart and cleaning the grill. It's a very good reference for your spring cleanup. Use it. I'm Tricia Toyota.
Jim Hill's Sports Central is next. Big changes for the Angels.
And new numbers on the home run race next.
Talking about your home runs, we hit one for the holiday weekend. Great weather coming up. Look at that pier. We should do one of these shots today and Monday and see the difference. I'll tell you the weather in just a bit.
Mary Carter, come on down. Jimmy Smith? Bob, where is everybody?
Oh, didn't you get the memo? The Price is Right has moved to 3 o'clock. You might as well come on down.
The Price is Right is on the move. Watch weekdays at 3 starting September 13th on CBS 2.
1984, IHOP captured the hearts of millions with the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. 1997, IHOP makes headlines again with the Rudy Tooty 2. 1999, a nation swoons over the announcement of the Rudy Tooty Roundup. Their credo, a Rudy Tooty for everyone. 4 breakfasts to choose from. Fruit-topped pancakes, bacon, sausage, and eggs. Starting at just $2.99, only at IHOP. It all begs the question, what's next for IHOP?
Labor Day marks the end of another perfect California summer. And at Ralph's, it means your last chance to experience Ralph's Country Fare, where fresh fruits and vegetables are as sweet as they get all year long. It also means big Labor Day savings on our exclusive California brand beef, like tender USDA Select Top Sirloin steaks, just $1.67 a pound. And don't forget, every scan of your card is a new chance to win $2 million in the new millennium. Make it a summer to remember and start your Labor Day shopping at Ralph's.
Where do you go to find the best sport utility selection? Bay Buick GMC. Where do you go for a huge inventory of Jimmys, Suburbans, and Yukons? Bay Buick GMC. We're the largest Suburban and Yukon dealer in the South Bay area. Where do you go for the lowest financing? Bay Buick GMC. Get 0% APR GMAC financing on select models. Why fight the traffic and hassles at the big auto malls? We're the biggest GMC dealer in the South Bay area. See us today at Bay Buick GMC, conveniently located on Hawthorne Boulevard.
1, 2, 3, 4.
At Bally's, we're living in the past, and we've got the room rates to prove it. $59 a night. Plus, if you call 1-800-951-8888 right away, we'll throw in 2 free tickets to Don Arden's Jubilee. $59 rooms, free tickets. Can you dig it, baby? Bally's, real, live, Las Vegas.
Well, it is Friday, and the weather could not be better for this holiday weekend. Steve Rambo, you get a gold star.
Oh, thank you for that, and I'll give it to the weather gurus back in the back, because I didn't do it. I just tell about it. Today, 76 degrees, 84 would be normal, so we continue with this below normal trend, but we're slowly warming things up, a long way from last year where we were 102 1 year ago and 103 back in 1983. Let's just continue to talk numbers because our weather's going to be fantastic. This difference is going to be your location in terms of numbers, okay? If you're up in the high desert, a little breeze in the afternoon, temperatures into the upper 80s, no 90s. Well, all right, Mojave at 90, but basically pretty mild conditions for Southern California as we go into this holiday weekend. Down in Palm Springs, they may get 100 degrees. The forecast actually called for 98, but I put 100 on here just hoping they might get that little warmth out there in the Palm Springs area. It's going to have a lot of folks, though, heading down to this kind of a location, to the beaches, where temperatures are going to be mild, into the 70s along the south coast, into the north coast along the Santa Monica Bay. Also, temperatures into the 70s right here along the coastline. And finally, when you get into a valley, you will find some 80s. Back to the coast for just a minute. There's a heavy surf coming. There was a big storm south of New Zealand about 9 days ago, and the waves are getting here this weekend, just in time for the holiday weekend. So things are all cylinders going. 82 degrees on Monday. That's a little bit of a cool down. We're going to be warmer on Wednesday and Tuesday and Wednesday because of fewer clouds. And then Thursday and Friday, that strong marine layer comes back and we cool off a bit. But you'll notice all through there, upper 70s, low 80s, beautiful conditions in the basin, a little bit warmer in our valleys, and you may see a few 100-degree readings out near Palm Springs.
But we're used to it by now.
Yeah, it's just
perfect for firing up that barbecue after you scrub it off like Fisher Toyota taught you to do.
Absolutely. And do be careful with all those fires, particularly folks going out camping and such like that.
Dry out there. Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
Well, if the Angels thought things couldn't get worse than last night, they are learning differently today. Here is Jim Hill with Sports Central. Jim?
Well, ladies, it was a very emotional Terry Collins who stood before the media today and started to cry because he is indeed leaving the Angels. The Angels hit their lowest point of the season last night, losing to Cleveland. It was their 9th straight loss, giving them the worst record in the major leagues with a record of 51-82. Today, manager Terry Collins announced that after 3 years with the team, he is resigning. Collins had a record of 220 and 237 losses with the Angels, and bench coach Joe Madden will take over on an interim basis for the rest of the year. This comes less than 3 months after the Angels gave Collins a new 2-year contract extension.
You know, I just want to say that I thank Bill and Tim and everybody involved. We tried. It didn't work, so my feeling was today that this is the time, so my coaches did a great job, and you know, again, we had 2 great years here, and this is, you know, something hopefully it was a bad dream that we can forget. So.
But this is a bad dream that will stick with him for quite some time. Meanwhile, Dodgers taking on Sammy Sosa and the Cubs today. Sosa had 56 home runs going in, but in the first inning, it's the Dodgers showing the long ball. Mark Grudzielanek, the second batter of the game, goes deep to left field for a solo homer, and the Dodgers have a 1-0 lead. Bottom half of the inning, Sosa goes to work. He gets his 57th homer of the year. That 2-run shot gives his team a 2-1 lead and puts him 4 ahead of Mark McGwire, who also had a home run today. We'll show you that at 6 o'clock. But the Dodgers have the final say. In the 6th inning, the score tied at 5. Todd Hundley connects for the solo home run, this time to right field. The Dodgers win by a score of 8-6. And finally this afternoon, former Dodger manager Tommy Lasorda made an appearance at Wrigley Field today during the 7th inning doing you-know-what. Like that?
He may have another career.
Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon.
Maybe not.
Next, but coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll see Sosa's home run. We'll see Mark McGwire's home run and a lot more at 6 o'clock.
They are unbelievable.
Yes, they are. Yes.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay.
Now for a preview of some of the stories we're working on for CBS 2 News at 6, we go to Drew Griffin live in the Control Center. Drew?
Catherine, what was a dream come true for some Americans living in Baja has now turned into a nightmare. They are being evicted. We're going to tell you why. Then thieves steal a horse from the LA Equestrian Center. Now that animal's life could be in danger. Those stories and more are coming up on the CBS 2 News at 6. Gretchen, Catherine?
Thank you, Drew. Well, car dealers place orders in large numbers, we know, but not in the hundreds. We'll tell you about this most unusual form of gridlock next.
You need a car to do your best and get the most out of life. But how can you buy one if you have bad credit or no credit at all? Hi, I'm Fran Tarkington with good news. Thanks to 1-800-BAR-NONE, you don't have to let credit problems keep you from owning a car. If you're working, there's a car waiting for you. Just call 1-800-BAR-NONE. Your loan application will be completed and accepted in 5 minutes or less. Get the car you need and deserve. Call 1-800-BAR-NONE right now.
Life is taxing enough, so relax. We'll pay the sales tax and your financing. La Jolla Patio and Mattress.
La Jolla Patio and Mattress will pay your sales tax and your financing. No sales tax, no down payment, no interest for 1 full year. You get it today at La Jolla Patio and Mattress. We'll pay the financing until next year, and that includes your sales tax. That's incredible value. Don't miss it. The sale ends soon at La Jolla Patio and Mattress.
La Jolla Patio and Mattress. It's the biggest night in country music, and you're invited. CBS 2 and Albertsons wants to send you and a friend to the 33rd Annual CMA Awards. You'll fly round trip to Nashville and receive your own private concert with 2 of country's biggest superstars. Just pick up an entry form at Albertsons. It's your store, or send a postcard to CBS 2 CMA Awards Sweepstakes. So enter the CMA Sweepstakes at Albertsons and watch the big show Wednesday, September 22nd at 8, only on CBS 2. The only way to be there live is to win.
With top-selling models like the Boss Light, Eureka is your headquarters for cordless floor care. And now, the first lightweight cordless Boss Upright ever, less than 8 pounds. A setting for bare floors, and a brush roll for carpets. A clear dust cup for bagless cleaning. A supercharger battery to clean up to 1,500 square feet on a single charge. And best of all, never a cord to be cut, crimped, caught, or cursed at again.
On sale at Kmart for $99.99.
The Ross clearance is on now. Better hurry.
Did you hear about the car dealer who ordered 60 new cars but received 600? Well, you can believe it. As you can see, this Mitsubishi dealership in Groton, Connecticut is awash in Mitsubishis. So many, in fact, customers are practically stealing them off the lot. The dealer is cutting deals with buyers left and right just to move them off his lot. He needs the space. How did this happen? Computer error, so they say.
Probably some pretty good deals out there. That does it for this edition of CBS 2 News at 5. Thanks for watching.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, will high gas prices ruin the Labor Day weekend holiday? Not likely. Find out why.
The CBS Evening News with John Robertson for Dan Rather is coming your way next. Have a great one.
Good night.